Hello, welcome to September's Patreon. This month's theme is There's Calm in the Chaos and also Wildflowers. Those of you who've been around for a while know that the Wildflowers theme goes back to something I did in July with Douglas and the Dinosaur and the Joy-Filled Cup. That's Cheryl and Lucy, who I've got to know on Instagram. So we decided earlier in the year, we decided that we wanted to do a creative theme together. And so in July, the idea was that we would all create things using the theme Wildflowers throughout the month. What actually happened for all three of us is that life was a little crazy and we didn't end up doing that much creating. But actually, that wasn't such a bad thing because for all of us, we just all felt that we'd become more aware and noticing things a lot more that we just hadn't been noticing. So I know for me, it was just things like those last few weeks of school before the summer holidays, we'd be on our walks to school and I was just noticing so much more the flowers that are around, even the little ones that are poking out of the curbs or, cracks in the pavements and things. And one of the things that I really loved, and again, I've mentioned in the group before, is I really love Californian poppies. And until we did this in July, I didn't notice that one of the gardens that we walked past every day on our way to school actually had Californian poppies in it. So it was really worth doing just for that, just so I get to notice them. And they're one of the flowers that ended up in my final design this month. So so we did the month. We got together at the end of the month on Instagram to have a chat about how it's gone. And if you are on Instagram, you can go and look on Douglas and the Dinosaurs Instagram IGTV videos, and she saved it there. But I knew that what I wanted to do was then develop that into something for Patreon for September. So in August, I actually did do something creative with Wildflowers, which is the result that we have now and you've got access to. Um, and yeah, it's just been really nice. And it's something that's continued. So although we did it in July, it has really changed how, I guess when I'm going for walks, and I love walking, I've always loved walking, but I think I am someone who goes into my head a lot. And if I'm particularly sort of stressed or feeling under pressure or in a rush, um, because I'm so in my head, even going on a walk doesn't necessarily calm me down that much. And really having that awareness about wildflowers and just keeping my eye out for the external, it just brings me out of my head. It calms me down. It's like, it's just, I don't know, you can get so heavily focused in on things that go around in your head and it just pulls you out of that. And it's just like, yeah, there's more to the world than just this. So that was where Calm in the Chaos came from. Um, I was trying to think, as with every month, when I'm trying to think of the words, it's like, what is it that this means to me? And I was thinking about that. And the other thing is, wildflowers are literally chaos and calm together. So, wildflowers grow where they want to grow, they do what they want to do. There are just a mix of different flowers often, there's lots of different things growing together, and it can seem quite chaotic. Yet, because it's nature and it's beautiful and it's lovely, it's so calming as well. So it just really, really fit for the impact that being more aware of wildflowers has had on me and also what wildflowers are like in general. Um, so yeah, and then the other thing that's come out of this month and really where the creative prompts are going to focus throughout the month is on letting go of perfectionism, letting in that messy, imperfect stuff and doing that kind of thing. Because normally for me, developing a design is a really instinctive process. I might go through bits I'm unhappy with, I might need to change bits and all that kind of stuff. But I'm generally, the things I've produced for Patreon so far, very much been kind of comfort zone stuff. Whereas what I was doing with flowers this month was totally out of my comfort zone. Um, and it was really about sort of going this is okay. I'm going to go with it. I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to see what happens. And I'm going to trust that wherever I'm at the end of the month, there'll be something good enough to share with my patrons. Because I know in the past how much perfectionism and that fear of the unknown and self-doubt and all those things have stopped me from doing stuff. And so that's really what I wanted to start to do a bit of exploring, because it's like been taking on something and going, you know what, I don't know how to do this yet. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but it's something I really want to have a go at. So, and you know, and actually something else that's come up for me this month in that as well has been that, as well as kind of going, well, I'm not comfortable in doing this and I don't know exactly where it's going. I'm not sure how it's going to turn out, and having to do lots of experiments. And, you know, it has taken me a lot longer than it normally would to develop things. But normally I have a gut feeling as I'm going along. I'm going along and instinctively I'm kind of like, this isn't quite right, this is off. And if I'm not feeling that, I can normally step away from something for a day or two. And when I come back to it, I'll be like, yeah, now I'll, you know, come back into feeling where I'm at with it. But this month, it was just like I had that was totally cut off. I think, you know, the fear of doing things that I didn't know how to do, of approaching a subject matter and a type of pattern that just didn't come naturally to me at all. That sort of almost stopped me in being intuitive about how I was doing it. And I think something that was really interesting in that is, you know, I'm a big advocate for trusting your instinct and trusting your gut above all else. But I think part of what comes into that is actually knowing when that gut feeling isn't there, knowing that actually what is very strong right now are things like fear and self-doubt and things that are probably not going to be giving you accurate feedback about how things are. And so knowing that actually when you're in that moment, when it's those voices and those feelings that are coming up within you, that's when you can really listen to other people's feedback and trust that maybe they have a clearer view of what you're doing. Maybe they can see something and connect with something you can't. And so this month, people's feedback as I've been developing the design and what they've thought and everything, that has been really good for me to keep me going and to go, okay, right, they can see something I can't. Like, I might not be sure about this, but I'm definitely like trusting that the people that are saying, you know, I like this reminds me of this, you know, lots of people have said, oh, it's got quite a retro feel to it, quite a kind of 70s vibe to it and that kind of thing, and asking for help on colours and those kind of things. That's really helped me. So yeah, so it's definitely been a month of feeling the fear and doing it anyway, and I am really glad that I've done that. Um, so, and actually, you know, something I'll say, there have been a lot of challenging and uncomfortable feelings this month, definitely. But there has also been a lot of joy. And I think that's something else, you know, I always want what I'm doing, what I'm creating for Patreon to be joyful. And just because there was a ton of discomfort didn't mean that I wasn't enjoying the process and having fun too. You know, I love learning new things. And, you know, even with the embroidery, which I did a ton of stitch tests, I must have done at least 10 times the amount of stitch testing and things that I do for normally when I'm designing a pattern. And also like just doubting myself. And even as I started doing the final pattern, I was like going, oh no, maybe that's not right, and trying something else and going, no, that's fine. And even though in that there was a lot of difficult and uncomfortable decisions, actually I also still enjoyed embroidery the way that I always do. I still actually enjoyed the process of doing it. So, you know, I don't think like discomfort has to be about putting yourself through something that is totally horrible to do. It's like it can coexist. The joy and the discomfort can coexist, and that's been something that's, you know, also really important for me to reflect on this month, is being able to, you know, this patron's all about joy through creativity, and I've definitely had joy through creativity this month. It's just been a different experience, and there's just been different emotions coming alongside that too. So yeah, I'll be sharing creative reflections and prompts each Monday with you, and like I say, we're going to be diving into the fear of imperfection, or the, you know, what's stopping us from trying things out that we wanted to try, or doing things in a certain way. So that'll be coming up every Monday. And hopefully it will also give you some ideas for your own creations this month. And of course, as always, I'd love to see them if you want to share them. And then I can share them with the rest of the group too. So share with us in the comments what there being calm in the chaos, or what allowing your creativity to be messy and imperfect means for you. I'd love to hear about your experiences that you've had of sort of letting go of that perfectionism, and also what are the things that sort of calm you when everything feels a bit chaotic. So yeah, leave your comments below. It's been lovely to have a little chat with you, and I look forward to hearing from you throughout the month. See you later. Bye.